Hi students, welcome to today's video. In the previous video, we were discussing about gravitation, universal law of gravitation. We have seen what is universal law of gravitation, its mathematical equation, etc. Here we are going to study Newton's second law, third law and gravitation. So what is Newton's second law and third law that you have studied about in lesson number 9, force and acceleration. You know what is second law of motion. The force is proportional to its mass. F is proportional to its mass, that is F is equal to ma. F is equal to the product of its mass and acceleration. Now third law, you know, for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Now coming to this gravitational law, you have seen that every object in the universe attracts every other object with a force which is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. That shows that when I consider the ball and the earth, the ball is attracting the earth towards it and the earth is attracting the ball towards it. There is a mutual attraction. So the forces are equal but they are opposite in direction. Therefore both the objects, now there is a question. Say I have told you the ball is attracting the earth towards it, but the earth is also attracting the ball towards it. Whenever I am dropping this ball, have you ever seen that the earth is moving towards the ball? Have you ever seen? No. We are always seeing that as soon as I drop the ball is attracted towards the earth, that is the earth is attracting the ball, so it is moving down. But we have never seen that the opposite case. If they are mutual forces and they are equal and opposite in direction, then why we have not seen any acceleration of the earth towards the ball? This is because it is a weak force. Another thing, when we are considering the great mass of earth and the little mass of this ball, the acceleration of the ball towards the earth is very much, while the acceleration of the earth towards the ball is very, very less. And this is the same reason when two people are standing, there is a gravitational force between each other, but we are never experiencing this gravitational force because of the small masses and both objects are of the same mass. See, now let us see how can we calculate this fact and make you to clear it. See, we are considering a ball is dropping from a height, it's of mass small m, and the mass of the earth is capital M. So according to Newton's second law, what is the force acting on this ball when it is falling down? F is equal to ma. For the force acting on the ball, that is F is equal to mass into acceleration. So mass of this ball 10 gram may be into acceleration of the ball. While according to the gravitational force, what is the definition? Again force is equal to F is equal to G. Mass of the earth is capital M, mass of the ball is small letter m, G mm divided by r square. Yes. And when we are considering the acceleration of the ball, that is when the one is F is equal to small letter ma, that is of the ball. The other one, F is equal to mass into acceleration, capital M and capital A. Now, in case of this ball acceleration, both are equal. We are calculating acceleration of the ball A is equal to F, force, that is the same, divided by mass of the ball. that we are getting something a good big quantity, while we are considering the acceleration of the earth towards the ball, again the same force divided by mass of the earth is much bigger quantity. Therefore, that acceleration is very, very small and it is negligible. So, is it clear why the ball is accelerated towards the earth, but the earth is never accelerated towards the ball? Now, next is acceleration due to gravity and free fall. So, next we are coming to the topic free fall. What is the meaning of free fall? Object is falling freely. This is our practical experience. Anything is dropped, it is falling down with gravitational force. So, you might have seen that from a coconut tree, as soon as the moment the coconut gets detached from the tree, what happens? It falls down. That is free fall. When I am dropping this ball, this is free fall. So, what is the meaning of free fall? That is, an object is moving only under the influence of gravitation, and the force is the only force acting on it is gravitational force. No other force is acting on the body when it is falling down. So, this particular fall, that is called free fall. See here. So, it is very important, we have to understand that when a body is free fall, the body is not under the influence of any other force and it is only under the influence of gravitational force. Now, according to this, Galileo said that if you have this ball and I take a big stone of this size, both of these things, if I drop simultaneously from the top of the school building, then can you say which one will come down first? Definitely you will say that it is the stone will come down. But our Galileo said that if you are dropping this ball of 10 grams and 1 kg mass, that stone, both are having different masses. But if I drop it simultaneously, according to Galileo, he said both the things will be hitting the ground at the same time. Can you accept this fact? No. Because our personal experience, we experience that the stone is hitting the ground first, the ball is coming slowly. Then, when Galileo said about this fact, people said, no, you are absolutely wrong. You can experience this, you are absolutely wrong. And what Galileo said? Galileo said, you can experience that the stone is coming first and the ball is coming slowly. Reason is that the frictional force of the air is more on this ball due to the less mass, and frictional force is very less on the stone due to its shape and its size and its mass. So it is coming. If you are evacuating, removing the air from a glass tube, and if you drop both the things at the same time, they both will reach the bottom at the same time itself. For this, he conducted an experiment. He took a glass jar, evacuated, removed air from it. Then he took a feather and a coin. Both are having different masses. And he dropped both of them at the same time. Then, for everyone, it was surprising. Both the things reached the bottom at the same time. So, he said that the body is having a free fall, that is, the body is when it is freely falling, it does not depend upon the mass of the body. and the body is getting an acceleration during that time. That acceleration is called acceleration due to gravity. So, how we will calculate acceleration due to gravity? This is when a body is under the influence of gravitational force only, that is, it is having free fall. The acceleration is only due to the earth, due to the gravity of the earth. So, that acceleration is called acceleration due to gravity. How he has calculated it? When the body is under free fall, its force acting on it is only gravitational force. So, that force is equal to g into mass of the earth into mass of the body divided by distance between the two, that is r square. Again we know by second law, force acting on a body when it is moving, that is equal to mass into acceleration, that is equal to small letter m into its acceleration. He has taken this acceleration representing it by g. So, F is equal to mg. Same ball only the force, therefore, both the forces are equal. Same body, the body is moving, same force we can consider. So, RHS, LHS are equal, therefore, RHS are also equal. Then mg is equal to g mm by r squared. This m and m we can cancel. What we are getting? G is equal to gm by r squared. That is the acceleration due to gravity. Its value is calculated by putting capital G gravitational constant 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11. Capital M, that is the mass of the earth, 6 into 10 raised to 24 kg. Small letter, radius of the earth 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 meter. When you substitute these values, what we are getting? G is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. And this, if in calculations approximately 10 meter per second square, also you can use it while you are considering it. Now, next is acceleration due to gravity. Is it a constant or it is varying? Normally we take it as 9.8. But in this equation for calculating acceleration due to gravity, small g is equal to gm divided by r squared. Here g is constant, mass of the earth, is it constant? Yes. Now radius of the earth, no, radius of the earth is not constant because we know that the earth is not a perfect sphere, it is a flat at the top, yes, and bulged at the equator side. As a result, the radius of the earth at its equator and its poles, there is a difference of 21 kilometers. And when the altitude increases here, object is here on the earth, from there when its height is increasing, its altitude increases at a height h. Then what will happen? Instead of radius of the earth r, what we will do? R plus h the whole square. So the denominator, that is the square of the denominator is here, and when the square, that quantity is increasing, automatically g will be decreasing. While coming to inside, that is when we are going in a depth, as a result, as a height which is from the surface, a depth h we are considering, the radius is decreasing. When it comes to this part, the radius is decreasing. So here g dash is equal to g m dash by r minus h the whole squared by m dash, because one layer is removed. So the mass is also changed. So as a result, it's this thing is, the denominator part is decreasing, as a result the value is increasing. So at an altitude the acceleration due to gravity is less, and at a depth the acceleration due to gravity is more. Now coming to acceleration due to gravity at the poles and at the equator. This is at the poles. At the poles it is radius of the earth is rp. At equator radius of the earth is re. I have told you that there is a difference of how much? 21 kilometers. Equator 21 kilometer more than that on the poles. So since the radius at the poles is less, acceleration due to gravity at the poles will be more. Radius at the equator is more. As a result, the acceleration due to gravity will be less at the equator. So, Rp is less than Re. As a result, Gp is greater than Ge. So, as a result, the acceleration due to gravity at the poles is more than acceleration due to gravity at the equator. So, in this video, we have discussed about free fall, acceleration due to gravity, and how we can calculate the differences as the height increases from the surface of the earth or it decreases from the surface of the earth, acceleration due to gravity, small letter g is varying. So, learn this. The remaining part we will see in the next video. Thank you.